Hello and welcome to Learn English with Podcast Conversation, the show that helps you improve your English listening skills with real-life dialogues. I'm Emma, your host and teacher.
And I'm Ava, your co-host and student.
In today's episode, we will talk about a book fair that we visited last week. We will share our experiences, opinions, and recommendations about the books we saw and bought.
Yes, it was a very interesting and fun event. I learned a lot of new words and expressions from the books and the conversations with the sellers and other visitors.
That's great, Ava. So, let's start with the first topic. What is a book fair and why did we go there? Ava, can you explain what a book fair is?
Sure, Emma. A book fair is a large event where many publishers, authors, and bookstores display and sell their books. There are usually different sections for different genres, such as fiction, nonfiction, children's books, comics, etc. You can also find books in different languages and from different countries.
That's right, Ava. And why did we go to the book fair? What was our purpose?
Well, we went to the book fair for two reasons. One, because we love reading, and we wanted to see what new and interesting books were available. And two, because we wanted to practice our English skills by reading, listening, and speaking with native and non-native speakers.
Exactly, Ava. Reading books is a great way to improve your vocabulary, grammar, and comprehension skills. And listening and speaking with other people is a great way to improve your pronunciation, fluency, and confidence. So, going to a book fair is a perfect opportunity to combine both activities and have fun at the same time.
I agree, Emma. It was a very enjoyable and educational experience.
Okay, so now that we have explained what a book fair is and why we went there, let's move on to the next topic. What books did we see and buy at the book fair? Stay tuned and we'll be right back after this short break. Welcome back to Learn English with Podcast Conversation. We're talking about the book fair that we visited last week. Ava, what books did you see and buy at the book fair? Me too, Ava. I also love reading fiction and nonfiction books. What kind of fiction books did you see and buy?
I saw and bought some classic novels, such as Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger, and To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. I also saw and bought some modern novels, such as The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini, The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins, and The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins.
Wow, Ava, you have a very good taste in books. Those are some of my favorite novels, too. I also saw and bought some of them at the book fair. What did you like about those novels?
I liked the stories, the characters, the themes, and the writing styles of those novels. I think they are very engaging, entertaining, and meaningful. They also teach me a lot of new words and expressions, as well as cultural and historical facts. For example, in Pride and Prejudice, I learned about the social norms and customs of the 19th century England. In The Kite Runner, I learned about the history and culture of Afghanistan.
In The Hunger Games, I learned about the dystopian and futuristic world of Panem. That's very impressive, Ava. You are not only reading for fun, but also for learning. Reading fiction books can help you improve your imagination, creativity, and empathy skills. And reading nonfiction books can help you improve your knowledge, curiosity, and critical thinking skills. So, what kind of nonfiction books did you see and buy at the book fair?
I saw and bought some biographies, such as I Am Malala by Malala Yousafzai, Becoming by Michelle Obama, and Steve Jobs by Walter Isaacson. I also saw and bought some self-help books, such as The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, and The Subtle Art of Not Giving AF Keck by Mark Manson.
Those are some very interesting and inspiring books, Ava. I also saw and bought some of them at the book fair. What did you like about those books?
I liked the stories, the lessons, the insights, and the advice of those books. I think they are very motivational, educational, and practical. They also help me improve my personal and professional skills, such as confidence, communication, leadership, and productivity. For example, in I Am Malala, I learned about the courage and activism of the youngest Nobel Peace Prize winner. In Becoming, I learned about the life and achievements of the former First Lady of the United States.
In The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, I learned about the habits and principles that can help me succeed in life. That's amazing, Ava. You are not only reading for learning, but also for growing. Reading nonfiction books can help you improve your awareness, perspective, and action skills. So, you see, reading books is a very beneficial and enjoyable activity. It can help you improve your English skills, as well as your general skills. And going to a book fair is a great way to find and buy books that suit your interests and needs.
I agree, Emma. It was a very rewarding and fun experience. I'm very happy with the books that I saw and bought at the book fair. I can't wait to read them and share them with you and our listeners.
Me too, Ava. I'm very excited to read the books that I saw and bought at the book fair. I'm sure they will enrich our minds and hearts. And I hope our listeners will also enjoy reading the books that we recommended in this episode.
Yes, Emma. And if our listeners have any questions, comments, or suggestions about the books that we talked about, or any other books that they want to recommend, they can contact us through our email, website, or social media.
That's right, Ava. We would love to hear from our listeners and exchange our opinions and experiences about books and reading. So please don't hesitate to reach out to us and join our conversation.
Thank you, Emma. And thank you, listeners, for tuning in to Learn English with Podcast Conversation. We hope you enjoyed this episode and learned something new. We'll be back soon with another interesting and useful topic. Until then, happy reading and happy learning.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.